holes peppered into the Nancy Carson Library this midday after a shooting kills 2 people and an officer shoots at suspect. We first brought this to you all as breaking news when it happened yesterday. North Augusta Public Safety says a responding officer shot the suspect when they got to the scene. That officer was not injured, and no word yet on the suspect, how that person is doing at this hour. Right now, we're waiting to learn the name of the suspect as well as those 2 victims. Good afternoon. I'm Ashley Jones, and thank you all so much for joining us here on News 12 Midday, now streaming live on WRDW+. Well, SLED is now investigating that shooting. We go live now to your Audrey Dickherber. She joins us from the Nancy Carson Library. And Audrey, you actually spoke to the manager there.
Right. We are right over at the library, which is actually right next to the gas station where this all occurred. Now, let me give you a better shot of these bullet holes that actually came through the glass here in the library. You can see just how much power that bullet would have had to make that kind of impact on the glass. And actually, when we spoke to the manager over here, she said that she was thankful they were closed because this is actually the children's section. So thank goodness there was no kids in this area when this all occurred. But I'm going to walk you towards this way. You can see that a bullet hole went up this direction and then down towards here. The manager actually said there was glass scattered all around this area that they've been picking up all throughout the books, on the ground all day. And they actually hired a separate company that's going to be coming in here to help clean, to make sure it's safe for kids to be coming in this area, because they said kids crawl on this floor, families come to this area. It is a public space for a lot of them. But again, more of that damage up this way. You can see a bullet hole right there, which actually expands all the way back towards this direction. So we're now on the other side of this room, and you can see that it's all the way up here too. But we were speaking with the manager earlier, and she was saying that they actually go through shooter training. They go through a lot of different things to make sure this area is safe. But again, it is a public space out here, so you do come out here at your own risk. Now, we were out kind of talking to different restaurants, areas, neighborhoods, and they all say this isn't common for this area and that this isn't something that typically happens. So they're hoping that this is, only a one-time thing. But again, just taking a look at this damage and kind of swinging back around this way, you can see that just how far these bullet holes went. And again, just so thankful that, they were not open during this time and that they were closed. And again, they're going to be cleaning up this area for quite some time. This is the children's area. It is closed off for now, and they'll continue to give us updates on when they're going to have this area back open again. Other parts of the library are open, though. We have been seeing people come in and, go about the day as normal and kind of go over towards and getting some books and stuff. And we actually saw some people over at the gas station not too long ago. So we're going to be checking in with them here shortly, too.
That to me was just the worst part, just knowing that somebody lost their life. I don't know who they were. I don't know anything about them. But I know that was somebody's family member, somebody's son, daughter, sister, brother. So that is always, you just hate to see anything like that happen.
And again, just reiterating what she was saying, these were lives that were lost because of what happened. And again, just looking at that damage, seeing that impact that it has over here. And luckily, this isn't something that people in the community say happens often. And, we're definitely going to be keeping everyone in our thoughts and prayers that were involved in this incident. And we'll continue to keep you updated as we find out more information.
Yeah, Audrey, and this marks the 8th shooting involving law enforcement in our area this year. The latest one happening earlier this month when a Richmond County deputy was shot twice out on Washington Road while responding to a robbery, something that will definitely continue to follow throughout the day here. Audrey, thank you so much.